A new armor set for Valhalla has leaked, just like brand new skills that we will likely see in the future. And is this a new settlement building we can expect as well? A ton to go over. A like on the video would of course really help me out. And let's go. There's still time to enter my current weekly Helix credit pack giveaway. You can enter via the link in the pinned comment for 2,300 credits. And you have to be a subscriber of the channel if you want to participate. I will announce the winner in the weekly reset video, so good luck. Let's start with the brand new armor, the mystical set. Jonathan, Lexers Games and Andy Reloads uploaded footage of these items. Link to their videos of course in the video description. And I will return to Andy Reloads in a little moment here too, because he found some other interesting things as well. So it looks like an armor that could have been part of the Druids DLC, right? But it also comes with a very cute bird, a parrot. They're kind of going for a pirate vibe here. Getting this bird skin at Redda will be amazing, because Redda has of course been very generous. We of course recently had the Nilfheim mount, and I still think that that's the coolest elk mount in the game, because once again with this pack we will get another new elk mount, and they're just adding some effects, some painting on the body. It's not really exciting at all. But yeah, because we have like a mount and a bird skin as well, it's very likely that we're talking about a Helix pack here. And I think a release around April 29th, so around the Druids DLC, is totally possible. Like, even if it looks like a sort of Druid outfit, we saw this before with Origins. They added a Varro outfit as a Helix set around the launch of the Curse of the Varros. While in that DLC, we had some very cool other outfits, and I still can't decide if I like the Circuit Carapace more or the Amun outfit. Let me know your favorite in the comments down below. Either way, the point is that I think the Druids DLC will likely have some cooler new gear, because the first thing I thought when I looked at this mystical set, and you likely saw it too, right? Einherjar set, and that's mostly thanks to the fur on both the shoulders and kind of the rest of the armor. Like, you see, it's super similar, it's just a different color when we like put it next to each other. Obviously the helmet is different, and that has been the trend we are seeing with the Harfweru and the Black Raven set as well. The full body is based on another armor set that is already in the game, but the helm adds like a new flavor to it. And to me, that is just not enough to ask money for. Sure, there's a new playstyle too. It's all about the poison clouds from the Miasma skill. Now you can have these appear when you're doing 10 consecutive hits on a poisoned enemy. Extra poison buildup and poison damage as well are the full set bonus. The shield gives you extra poison buildup too, and I think it looks pretty cool by the way. And we got a dagger with even more poison damage. And yes, as Ketzer noted in the comments under a recent video, it's a reskin of the Satonger's Claw. So we're now also getting alternative versions of weapons that are already in the game. And if that is the way forward for these Helix armor sets, then I really don't see the point. Like, why ask money for something that is not entirely new? I kinda get it for the free armor sets. Sure, I prefer completely new armor sets all the time, but like the St. George's armor set is a great example of a gear set that looks completely unique thanks to the white cloak and the overall more Templar look. It's my favorite looking armor set in the game right now, so I'm super happy that we got it for free, and it adds a fun new playstyle as well, so I'm totally fine with that. It just feels weird to ask money for something that is not entirely new and based on gear and now even weapons that are already in the game. And that's why the Tyrannus pack is just way more exciting. Will we see it during the weekly reset on March 30th? We'll find out. I will of course be streaming, and we'll make a countdown timer when we're like close to that stream, so stay tuned. But yeah, going back to the mystical set, I will of course showcase it in action when I can get my hands on it, but the helm, mount and bird will be nice to get at Redda. The rest, meh. I love how Ubisoft has been releasing new skills for Valhalla though for free with almost every patch this year. And the second season will likely see 3 more skills next to the ones we already had. And Andy Reloads was able to get videos of those new skills that appeared in the same map as the other skills before they were released. So high chance that the skills we're about to go over will be coming to the game at some point. So again, huge shout outs to Andy Reloads for sharing the footage with me. So I can talk about it here. Link to his channel, once again, is in the video description, so totally check it out if you want. So one of the skills is called Passive Sprint Shove, which lets you push enemies, and sure, you can already do that right now when you're out of combat and bumping into enemies. But the moment you get into combat and are fighting, you can run up to these enemies as much as you want, but they won't flinch. You even see me obviously take damage here as well against these flail soldiers, so not a great tactic. So now going back to the skill video, we do see that the enemies are like chasing Eivor already. Eivor runs up to them, and now you do see that you actually push them a bit. So it's not really a like huge skill, but it's still kind of nice. The Horseback Flaming Arrow skill is interesting. You see the skill video right here. Like, does that mean that on horseback we will then always have flaming arrows? Because right now there are already some tricks you can do to shoot flaming arrows on horseback. Like find a fire nearby, light your arrow on fire, and then the next shot will deal fire damage. But that is only for one arrow. No, smarter is to use the ranged fire strike ability, which will last for 20 seconds. Then get on your horse, and then you have like multiple fire arrows as long as the effect is active. So curious what this skill does, because that of course will cost you one adrenaline bar. It sounds like you will always have fire arrows on horseback, but we will have to wait and see. And the final new skill is pretty nice, giving you a way to immediately turn to an incoming arrow when you're not facing it. Like right now you can kind of do this, but your camera has to face the target who is shooting, so then do the block button and you like turn around. You can more easily do that when locking onto the target, but with this skill the game will help you like switch to an incoming projectile even if it's like really behind you. So pretty nice. And speaking of more potential upcoming free content, we know of course that we get more settlement buildings, and a jewelry shop might be one of them. Barry Allen shared this video on Reddit where after he fast traveled back to the settlement, the text "Jewelry Workshop" showed up. Something I'm not sure I've ever seen before, but there are some file issues going on in Valhalla right now, and that is why Gunnar is also acting so strange. So it could be nothing, just the game doing weird stuff. So it could be that they put jewelry like next to the regular workshop text. On the other hand, don't you think that there must have been like another jewelry workshop in the game for this to show up? And I can't remember any, but please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. So maybe this is a potential new building where we can buy like any rune in the game. That would be amazing, because right now, as you likely know, getting specific runes is still a pain. So being able to just go to one spot, pay some silver or another currency to get the rune you want would be amazing. When we know more, I will of course let you know here, so totally subscribe to stay up to date on everything Assassin's Creed Valhalla. A like on the video would of course really help me out. And totally check out my previous video on ongoing mysteries in Valhalla, and Ubisoft shared an update on those. You can watch it by clicking on the screen, or I will link to it at the end of our photo mode showcase that we of course like to do here at the end of every Valhalla video. You can send in your shots via the JorRaptor hashtag on Twitter, or via my dedicated pictures channel on Discord. You can join the Discord via the link in the pinned comment. Once you are there, make sure you accept the rules, and then you are able to post. Okay, Joyce, photo mode expert, come in. You of course selected 3 shots from the community, so which one did you pick this time?
What's up everyone, let's start with Gambit Pog over on Twitter, who took this finisher shot of Eivor beheading the enemy, but what's with that creepy sly smile on his face? I'm in doubt if this was added later, but when you check the Twitter, it was shared via Xbox socials. Now, I'm not familiar with the editing tools for Xbox, but can you add this in, or did Eivor actually smile?
Yeah, maybe it's done with like a face app. I've been using that for the top deals as well sometimes. I don't think the Xbox has that. I think the editing tools are actually pretty bad. So I think Eivor was just really enjoying the moment, and this was actually like in the game.
Next up is Balawog14 over on Discord, who's one of those creators who went creative with bodies. Looks like they took all the 3 daughters of Lyrion and put them on a bed, while Eivor is looking over them very proudly of her catch. Not sure what the plan is with them though, and this also must have taken a long time.
Yeah, wow. I was first like, who are these characters? And then you were like, oh yeah, daughters of Lyrion. What the heck? That's that must have taken like an hour or so to get them
probably
all here. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I never really thought of this.
And finally, we've got Dan over on Twitter who tried to take a shot of Eivor wearing a mix of the Hell's Damnation and the St. George armor set, but looks like Sunan wanted in on the picture too, kind of photobombing it from the side. Looking good, both of you.
Yeah, I think they took a cue from my armor, because I have been rocking this like after the weekly reset as well. So Dan, I really like your style as well. Of course, if you got cool shots, send them our way and we will maybe showcase them in the next Valhalla video. Subscribe for more Valhalla content and totally check out our previous video on ongoing mysteries, with Ubisoft sharing an update on them now. For now, we will speak to you next time, and goodbye.
Goodbye.